Hi, and welcome to another tutorial video. In this tutorial video I'm going to talk about penetration testing. So what penetration testing is an authorized attempt to gain access to a computer system without the knowledge of passwords, usernames, or other normal methods of access. So penetration testing is done deliberately by companies and organizations to identify security weaknesses in their systems. So penetration testing is an authorized attempt to gain access to a computer system without the knowledge of normal methods of access such as passwords, usernames, etc. It's done deliberately by companies and organizations. They'll often pay an outside company to do it to identify weaknesses in their computer system. So there's two types of penetration testing that you might be asked about: white box and black box. So white box penetration testing is where the tester has knowledge of the internal structure of a computer system before they start the test. So this might be where the company that owns the computer system provides the tester with, for example, a map of their computer network. So the tester has that inside knowledge of how what the structure of the network is like. And this has some advantages and disadvantages. So the advantages of white box penetration testing is that you can do really thorough testing. So because the tester has knowledge of how the system is put together, they can test all aspects of the system. It also has some disadvantages. So it can simulate an unrealistic attack, because a real attacker, unless they come from inside the company, is unlikely to know everything about the computer system they're attacking. And it's also much more time consuming compared to black box testing, so it's likely to be more expensive. Okay, so that's white box testing. It's where the tester has knowledge of the internal structure of a computer system. The advantages are that the tester can do really thorough testing and they can test all aspects of the system's security. Disadvantages is that it may be unrealistic, and it is time consuming, and therefore it may cost a lot more than black box testing. So what is black box testing? Black box testing is where the tester doesn't have knowledge of the internal parts of the internal structure of a computer system before they start the test. So it simulates an attack by an uninformed attacker from outside the organization. So let's have a look at the advantages and disadvantages of black box testing. So it's likely to be more realistic than white box testing. Because the tester doesn't have any knowledge of the internals of the computer system they're attacking, it simulates an attack by an uninformed outside attacker, which is the most likely scenario that an organization might come under a cyber attack in. But it's not the only scenario, and they could be attacked by a former employee of the company who does have that internal knowledge. So that's why white box testing is also a good idea, because it simulates that scenario. It's also faster than white box testing, so it's likely to be cheaper. And I'll come on to why it's faster in a minute. So let's take a look at the disadvantages then. The main disadvantage of black box testing is that some areas of the computer system may not be tested by an uninformed attack. So that's just an overview of what white box and black box testing is, and penetration testing. In reality, an organization is likely to do black box testing and white box testing to make sure that their systems are secure. But that's just the difference between what black box testing is and what white box testing is, as you could well be tested on that in your exam. Okay, so I hope you found this tutorial video useful. Thanks for watching.